Get yourself a biscuit. Good boy. Good job. Now can you get out of the cupboard? So it is absolutely Arctic here in Christchurch. It's the middle of winter. It was -4 degrees Celsius last night, so 4 degrees below freezing. And you know, for us in Australia and New Zealand, I know that people in Scandinavia and some places in America, that's not that cold, but for us here in Australia, that's bloody cold, right? There's ice all over the deck, which is something you never see, well, you rarely see in Australia. I went to walk down those stairs over there and I went flat on my ass, so I wish I had the camera set up. Yeah, you wouldn't want to stand on this. So we were in Christchurch staying with Hannah's parents for her great-grandmother's 90th birthday. They've got a really awesome playground and sort of play area in the centre of the city of Christchurch, which we had a lot of fun at. Yeah! After the playground, we went over to check out the Lighthouse Brewery. The brewery is actually owned by Hannah's cousin Dan, a really nice guy. So if you're in Christchurch, go and check it out. That is just awesome.
Yeah, she's a rocket. She's pretty quick.
It would have been cheap, hey, something like that.
It came with, it was part of the brewery.
Are you kidding?
We got it with it, yeah. So there's we've got like a set of taps and everything that's in the back, so when we go out to festivals or whatever, you can fit sort of 3 kegs in there, and the tap system and everything is good to go. Sits in the back there,
so
open it up,
good.
Off you go.
That's where it's at.
So it was originally up in Nelson. It was owned by a fella called Dick Tout, and he had it for the last 21 years?
Yeah.
This will be its 22nd year.
Okay.
So he retired, he was in his 70s, and we scooped it up and brought it down here.
Okay.
So I've been brewing here since Christmas. So yeah, that's good. And a couple of hiccups on the liquor license with the council, but we're good. We got the liquor license now, so we can do the on and off license. Like, we've got a cider on today, Kolsch, Pilsner. This little purple number is a boysenberry kettle sour.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say you can have a wee try on that. Hazy IPA and a black IPA. So Sunday session, we're keeping it. So the big stouts and all of that sort of thing we'll keep in the fridge.
Okay.
Won't put those on today. So yeah, small batch.
Can you get them online? Can you go
Not yet. We're still in the process of discovering whether we'll bottle or can.
Okay.
And what order we're going to do that in.
New. It's all
new.
new.
Yeah, feeling it out. So ideally we'd love to can. Get a canning plant in here would be the ideal.
You reckon can?
Yeah.
Can's cheaper.
Yeah.
Does the bottle taste nicer though?
Can's better for the beer.
Can's
Is
better,
it?
yeah, less light.
You don't get light. Light doesn't destroy it.
Yeah.
It's easier to handle,
Yep.
easier to transport,
Yeah.
easier to recycle.
Easier to
It's cheaper,
recycle.
yeah, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So Jack had his first ever haircut recently. It was about 3 months ago actually now. But for any new parent, it is a pinnacle moment. He was a bit edgy about some random lady wielding scissors around his head for a little while, but after we introduced the food, he sort of forgot about it pretty quickly.
It must be so hard though. You've been moving. That's alright. No, I'm grizzly.
Yeah, is that right? I can't believe. Have you just woken up? Have you just woken up, Jack?
Who's on the phone?
Are you on the phone? Who are you on the phone to?
Better not be a girlfriend. You're too little.
That was possibly one of the greatest things I've seen ever. Is my little human here picked up Mummy's phone and was imitating Daddy, weren't you? You were imitating Daddy talking on the phone. Yeah. And now you've just got a head full of food. Now, we also took the little man to the zoo for the first time ever. I will be straight up with you, if you're not a parent and you don't have children, it's not exactly something you're going to race out to do, go to the local zoo. However, you know, taking your little boy or your child out to the zoo for the first time, seeing their reactions to the animals, mate, it is well worth it. If you've got a zoo in your city where you are, go check it out. Watching Jack hug the dinosaur and kiss the dinosaur was pretty much the pinnacle of my month.
I want them to get down though.
What's that?
Can we throw a rock at them and get the little mover?
Can you see the lions? You're scared, aren't you? Hannah and I were talking about the percentiles that Jack's in, because in comparison to this 18-month-old child that we just met a little while ago, she was quite small. And I said to Hannah, Jack's a big kid for 15 months. 15 or 14 months? 15 months. He's a big kid. And she goes, yeah, he's in the 75th percentile. And I said, what does that mean? She goes, if you lined up 100 kids, Jack would be up the right-hand side. I said, what if all 100 kids were in the 75th percentile? That is not funny.
Such a dad joke, and it's not even funny.
So we've been here 2 hours. I'm just about done, to be honest with you. But we're at the end of the road now. We're in the last leg. We're in the final leg. We're going to see the gorillas, and then that's it. We're out of here. Oh, so we've missed them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Treetop monkeys. Yeah, we're out.
What a boy that he is, eh?
Yeah, no. But you should have seen him at the zoo. He was running and squealing with excitement.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was like, ah!
It was the best ever.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
He's full of life, isn't he?
Isn't he?
I also bought a single speed bike recently from 99 Bikes. I paid full retail for it. It's sitting over to my right. It is a beautiful little weapon, 300 Australian dollars, which is pretty cheap. Yeah. Yeah. You little rutbag. Do you want to say hello to the Mavens quickly? No, you don't want to. All right, go on. Go jump on your slide. Yeah, so I took it for a spin yesterday, did about 30-40 kilometres on it, absolutely loved it. It was probably too big a gear for me. I prefer to spin. I prefer to spin a little bit more, so I'm going to go back to 99 Bikes and actually buy just a larger sprocket for the rear, for the single speed. But look, I love it, and I think, you know, I'm going to ride this to hospitals now, just actually get active more rather than taking the long haul trucker. And if it gets stolen, it's $300-400. Let me just focus in on that. We've got a quad lock mount for it, just for my phone, just so I can do some GPS. Just a cheap little light on the front. I'm going to change the stem so that it's just a nicer stem. So on the back here we have an 18-tooth single speed and a 42-tooth cog on the back. I actually want a larger one. I probably want either a 19 or a 20 on the back here. So I'm going to go buy that and replace that at some stage. These pedals are very cheap and nasty, and so they don't really turn very well. The seat is pretty cheap and quite uncomfortable, so what I'll do is I'll probably change that out for a nicer seat, something a little bit more conducive with what I have on my road bike. So I'm definitely going to rip this little branded plate off. I don't like that. I'm not sure how to get this off. I think I might be able to use some sort of solvent and wipe this off, because it looks like it's just pressed on there. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to try and get this off as well. The other thing I'll do is I'll replace these tyres for probably better quality 28s, 28 millimetre wide tyres, and probably just a Continentals, GP Contis or something like that, and just for better traction in the wet. Obviously a little saddlebag here on the back to carry my spare tube, and I've got a couple of tyre levers, a cheap little USB light. I can't imagine too many people wanting to cut through a lock and steal it, which is the main thing. Who I want to actually give a shout out to is these Klug bike racks from Hornet. This little rack here, mate, literally this black thing comes out, so you just pull that out and there's 2 screws, and that just latches onto the to the wall there, and that's where I can mount my bike. You just simply push the front wheel into the gap there and stands up very nicely. As you can see, I'm in my shed now. I'm actually going to put one of these little arse savers on the bike as well, so I'll probably put that on the back. That is simply a bit of plastic, and it stops the water in wet conditions splashing on your bum. But anyway, I'm going to put that on. You can see here I've got the titanium frame in the background. It has been sitting up here. I mentioned this in the last vlog, saying I was going to build it up. The situation is I'm waiting for a group set to come in from SRAM. The new AXS SRAM Red, I think it is. So it doesn't get here in Australia until August, September. You can see behind me there, I've got the curve wheels. They are actually clinchers, so they're not disc. If anyone's looking for some curved wheels to buy, they've got the power hub thing there to recharge your battery. So what do I mean? Not just for rim brakes. Did I say clinchers? They are clinchers, and they're for rim brakes. They're not disc brake. So if you're interested in a pair, get in touch with me through Instagram's probably the best way to get in touch with me. So yeah, look, it's all going to come together. Summer is rolling on here in Melbourne, so we're sort of at the end of winter here. We're looking forward to summer. I'm looking forward to doing more rides. I'm looking forward to getting some bags on the bike, getting my that's my saddle bag, and a few other bits and pieces, and just doing some adventures and doing some overnighters here and there. Obviously with the family now, I'm going to incorporate the family time. So Hannah and Jack will probably come out and meet me at a hotel or somewhere, and I'll ride out there, and but we'll do some videos, and I'm really looking forward to actually creating more content through summer on the channel. So stay tuned, stay with the channel, don't unsubscribe. Even though we're not the Cycling Maven YouTube channel anymore, there's still going to be cycling content. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Jack's fallen asleep. Sitting up.
He's sitting up.